everyone. Welcome to my professional identity presentation. The position within student development that I am most interested in at this point in time, at least, is career development. Really, just enjoy the opportunity that career development professionals have to just sit down one-on-one with students and just talk about who they are as individuals and who they are as workers, as contributors to society, and really just kind of spend some time looking inward. I enjoy those types of conversations and helping, especially young people, kind of think through those things oftentimes for the first time. And so I think it's a unique position on campus, and I'd like to get into a little bit more what it means to be a career development professional. So, working with students, there's kind of two different types of things that I've seen career development professionals do. Work with incoming students through exploring aptitude, interests, opportunities available for students, and then also working with outgoing students and kind of more hands-on, helping them choose their career direction and aiding them in the job search process. For that, it can look like reviewing resumes, cover letters, kind of just talking to them about how to market themselves in the workforce, and giving them, specific advice about how to go about that process. That can oftentimes be pretty intimidating for students who are approaching that transition out of college into the workforce. As I mentioned, incoming students, this is the type of work that I'm most interested in. As I kind of spoke to in my introduction, talking to students about aptitude, helping them discover their interests, analyze their personality, and really just make sense of themselves and who they are uniquely, as created by God, is what's really interesting to me. And we just want to help students get excited about who they are and see the potential within them to just fit into the workforce or society in any other way. And then also just lead them towards opportunities that may be available through the college environment or through internship opportunities, travel abroad programs, working with incoming students and outgoing students. Both are going to be interested in opportunities to develop themselves, develop their talents, and turn those into strengths that can really be marketable and really just good for their overall personal development. Within student development or student affairs, career development professionals are similar to other colleagues who work within student service-focused departments. They are in a unique position, though, between student responsibility and institutional leadership responsibility. So I have been to a conference before where they kind of talked about the pressure put on career development professionals to get students jobs, and that's not really always. Not all the factors are able to be controlled by a career development professional. There's a lot of responsibility on the students' end, and then there's a lot of responsibility on college or university leaderships hands to make the college student learning environment profitable for students. And so there's some things that you can't control. Sometimes it's been a rock and a hard place when people are looking at how well you're doing your job. It's hard to have measurements that really show your effectiveness of your work with the student. And so I have seen that is a tough part of the position. The career path for professionals is pretty similar to other professionals. Master's degree is almost always required, as well as higher experience in student development type transitions, or really actually it's kind of a unique part of student affairs where a lot of offices will actually look for professionals who have had work experience um, in something similar to the type of education that they focus on, uh, or really just any other type of life experience that you apply to students who are finding their own interests and wanting to relate with students on their own career journey. And that's a good thing. So it's really a place that a lot of different professionals can jump in, kind of transition from whatever their career is into just investing in young people or people who are earlier in the career development process and help them think through difficult issues and beginning their own journeys. Relevant organizations that I found, the Career Development Professionals of Indiana is a great organization. They do 2 conferences a year and also just share resources amongst each other. That is an organization I've been able to become a member of and meet with the professionals who are in that organization. Uh, and so if anyone else has an interest, they are local and tied in with almost all the um, higher education institutions in Indiana. So that's been a good one. Then I was researching and found there's the National Career Development Association. Um, Very similar, a lot more resources actually on their website. Um, and they do hold a conference each year as well. And then really just the Association for Christians and Student Development I thought was also pertinent as it just, is for anyone who's working with students and has a faith-based perspective on education and student learning and development. So I think all 3 of those relate pretty well. Then there's also some other organizations that are just for kind of like the Association of Christians and Student Development, which is more broadly for anyone who's working with students. Okay, so what's going on with career development these days? What are the issues that career development professionals are working through? What are the hot topics in the field right now? Well, what I found out is there's a growing emphasis on placement as a metric for success of these departments, which I kind of spoke to earlier. The last conference I went to for the career development professionals in Indiana focused uh, on placement and the pressure that the economy is now placing on career development offices to really show results, and that's also what's kind of put some tough pressure. Also, the students, the trajectory of a student from going, 4 years in a bachelor degree straight into the workforce isn't always what students are even choosing to do. And so they talk about destinations instead of placement. Right now, that's kind of a transition going on within career development culture. Um, you know, so is the student satisfied? Is kind of more of the emphasis now instead of placement. Are they doing what they planned on doing? Maybe working in the Peace Corps or volunteering. Um, uh, yeah, doing whatever that they would like to do. So are they able to do that after 4 years? Uh, and then actually a good trend is that a lot of colleges and universities are now being since they're being criticized or judged, valued based on metrics like placement or destination student satisfaction. I'm finding that it's good to invest in career services to provide um, opportunities for students to sit one-on-one with a professional and connect and start a relationship, notice, and to really think through what they want to do with their careers as competition is growing among students. Um, Colleges and universities are starting to invest more in career services. Someone I spoke with at the IU Alum Association was talking about their new career services department. They actually offer all of their alumni career services as well at this point. So, uh, so it's a growing field, but it's also getting complicated, and I think there's a little bit of pressure on career development professionals at this time. Relevant competencies for being a career development professional, there are really the basic skills and knowledge that we're looking at studying just as broadly as we look at student development. But on top of that, there's knowledge of assessment tools like Myers-Briggs or strong interest inventory. There are a number of different assessment tools that help students understand their skills, their own interests, aptitudes, personalities. So that's something specific. And of course, like any student development professional, multiculturalism, but then also something unique here is you really as a career development professional want to have knowledge of your community, uh, the economy that you're situated in, the industries that are actively hiring students with bachelor degrees. And so you really kind of want to know, you want to have an interest in what's going on in society, what's going on beyond the walls of your institutions. And you want to be kind of tied in and connected to that person. Specific skills, of course, interpersonal skills, communication. You want to have writing skills, detail orientation, or like I said, looking at resumes or cover letters, those types of things. Professionalism, you want to be able to model that well for your students. And then, like any student development position, you're going to want to be have some competency in organization, administrative types of abilities. So I think that kind of covers the general competencies of a student development or career development professional. And then, so I just wanted to briefly say, again, my interest in career development is really just the overall topic of vocation. I want to just encourage students to find meaning in their work, no matter what it is, no matter where it is, to see that God cares for them, God cares for their society, and they can honor God through their work more than just working with strong ethics, but really just finding joy in what they do. And if there's a creating element of what they're doing, then they're acting in God's image. If there's a care element, they're acting as God's image bearers. And just by contributing to a business, to a university, to government, society in any way, if it's done with joy and intention, then it's going to be God honoring. And so I do believe also that God has inspired all of us to have a place in society, right? That He cares about the work that we do. And so I just want to, with those incoming students, I want to just be able to develop the skills and the knowledge to be able to just talk with them, help them process through how to work and what the purpose of work is all about, more than just bring home bacon. I want them to just be able to find joy, and I think it's possible for everybody. So I think this graphic is just kind of ties together a lot of the things that included in vocation. So that's my interest, my plans moving forward. I'm still trying to get involved with career development professionals in Indiana. So career development may not be exactly what I want to do. I believe it is pretty close to what I want to do, and maybe the right first step in that direction is building up my competencies to work with students in the way I desire. So thank you for listening. Appreciate any feedback. I'm sure there's some things I left out. So look forward to continuing this discussion on Blackboard. Thank you for your attention.